At 5 in the morning, a truck loaded with freshly cleaned sheets and towels pulls away from a commercial laundry plant. By the time hotel guests start checking in, every piece has to be back in the building and ready for housekeeping. From the outside, this looks like a dependable business. Hotels need clean linen every day. The same customers send in another load tomorrow, then another one the day after that. Keep the machines running, keep the trucks moving, and the revenue should keep coming. But a full truck does not mean a profitable trip. The plant may be busy while one machine is waiting for repairs, employees are working overtime, damaged linen is piling up, and the hotel still has not paid last month's invoice. The company can wash more sheets than ever and still run short of cash. A commercial laundry makes money by moving the same kind of work through the same equipment again and again. Profit depends on the contract price, the cost of processing each pound, the delivery route, and when the cash arrives. If the laundry supplies the linen too, the same sheet has to earn enough revenue before it wears out or disappears. So how does dirty hotel linen become recurring profit? And why can more laundry sometimes make the business worse? A 150-room hotel shows how this works. It wants daily pickup and delivery. Management is unhappy with its current laundry company, and the contract could fill the open space in your plant. Before you quote a price, you estimate occupied rooms, the linen used in each room, the surge on a sold-out weekend, and how much comes back stained or wet. Hotels may describe the account by rooms, but the laundry often experiences it as pounds, pieces, and delivery stops. Those are the units that consume labor, machine time, fuel, and chemicals. Quote too high, and the hotel stays with your competitor. Quote too low, and you can win a truckload of work that loses money every morning. A busy plant can hide a bad contract for months because revenue goes up at the same time as payroll, utility bills, repairs, and overtime. The first major decision is who owns the linen. Under a customer-owned goods arrangement, the hotel buys its own sheets and towels. You collect them, wash them, dry or press them, and return them. The invoice may be based on weight, individual pieces, or an agreed service schedule. The hotel pays to replace most worn or missing linen. Your margin is the processing price minus the cost of moving the work through your plant and route. The second option is linen rental. Your company buys the sheets and towels, keeps enough inventory in circulation, and charges the hotel for using them along with the laundry service. Rental can produce steadier revenue because the same sheet can earn a fee on one trip, come back, get cleaned, and earn another fee on the next trip. That repeat cycle is where rental profit can come from. Add up the service and rental revenue one sheet produces during its useful life. Subtract what you paid for it, what it costs to wash and deliver each time, and what you spend replacing linen that wears out, disappears, or gets ruined. What remains is your return on that piece of inventory. But now the linen belongs to you. Towels used to clean up hair dye, sheets dragged across the floor, and pieces that simply disappear all shrink your inventory. The contract may allow replacement fees, but you still have to document the loss and have fresh stock ready for the next delivery. The rental proposal may look more profitable, yet it demands more cash before the first invoice arrives. One set of linen is not enough. At any moment, the inventory is split among guest rooms, hotel storage, your trucks, and the plant. Without enough in circulation, one late load can leave the hotel short of clean sheets. You decide to bid on the rental contract because your plant has unused capacity and you believe the repeated fees will justify the inventory. The hotel needs service now, though, while your money comes back later. You buy linen and carts, schedule employees and drivers, and reserve space in the plant. Cash leaves immediately. The hotel may not pay until weeks after you send the invoice. During that gap, wages, detergent, fuel, repairs, and payments on the building and machines still come due. On paper, you may have a profitable contract. In the bank account, you may be short of cash. When the first dirty load arrives, the plant has to deliver the efficiency you built into the quote. Workers separate sheets from towels and pull out anything that needs special handling. A sorting mistake follows the load through the plant. Mix the wrong fabrics or soil levels, and you may use the wrong wash cycle. Miss a stain, and the sheet may go through washing, drying, and pressing before someone rejects it. Then it has to go through again. That is called rewash, and it turns one unit of revenue into 2 rounds of cost. The customer pays for one clean sheet. You pay twice for labor, water, energy, chemicals, and machine time. If the second wash still does not save it, you also lose the linen. Rewash also takes up capacity you expected to use on paying work. The washers, dryers, sheet pressing machines, boilers, and conveyors cost money whether they are full or half empty. Filling spare capacity with the hotel account can lower the fixed cost assigned to each pound, but only if the new work moves through without creating overtime, bottlenecks, or extra shifts. A washer may have room while the pressing and folding line does not. Wet sheets wait in carts, employees stay late, and the truck leaves late. The new contract has pushed the plant's slowest step past its limit. More volume helped one machine and hurt the whole schedule. For a simplified example, assume the hotel generates 30,000 pounds of laundry in a month. Say your combined processing and rental charges average 80 cents per pound. Monthly revenue is $24,000. Of that $24,000, labor tied to processing and finishing takes $7,200. Water, energy, and chemicals take $3,300. The delivery route, including the driver, fuel, and truck expense, takes $3,000. Linen replacement and losses take another $2,400. Then you allocate $5,000 for the plant, equipment, insurance, supervision, and other overhead needed to serve the account. These are round numbers for this example, not an industry price sheet. The $24,000 contract leaves $3,100 before taxes and financing costs. That is a little under 13 cents of every revenue dollar in this example. A few ordinary problems can change that result. Rewash rises because the hotel sends in heavily stained items. An employee absence creates overtime. A missed delivery forces an extra truck run. Together, those costs can consume most of the $3,100. The calculation also shows why route density matters. Imagine adding a second hotel with the same laundry volume. If it sits 2 blocks from the first hotel and accepts a similar delivery window, one truck may serve both stops with only a modest increase in time and fuel. The route produces more revenue without doubling its cost. Put that same hotel 45 miles away, and the plant economics may look identical while the route economics fall apart. The driver spends more time on the road. The truck burns more fuel. A late pickup threatens the rest of the schedule. If the distant hotel needs an emergency delivery, the margin can disappear in one trip. Route distance can decide whether the account works. Clean linen has to arrive on time, and dirty linen takes up space while it travels. A customer can be profitable inside the plant and unprofitable by the time the truck returns to the yard. You win the contract. For several months, the volume is close to the estimate. The hotel pays slowly, but it pays. Your plant gets better at handling the linen, and the route runs on schedule. Then a holiday weekend arrives. The hotel sells nearly every room. Laundry volume jumps. On the same morning, a sheet pressing machine stops working and one driver calls out. You cannot tell the hotel that its sheets will arrive tomorrow. Guests are checking in today. You have a few choices, and all of them cost money. Pay overtime and run later. Send part of the load to another laundry and give up some of the margin. Rent a truck and rearrange the route. Delay a less urgent customer and risk that relationship instead. The hotel contract did not suddenly become a bad contract. It exposed what your price had to cover all along. Enough backup capacity, inventory, labor, and cash to survive a bad day without missing service. That reliability is part of what the customer buys. Hotels do not care how many pounds your plant processed before lunch. They care whether housekeeping has enough clean linen to turn rooms before check-in. Once the account is stable, a second hotel looks tempting. It would push more work through the equipment. If it fits the same route, delivery cost per stop could fall. Larger purchases might also improve your bargaining position with linen and chemical suppliers. But growth repeats the cash problem on a larger scale. A new rental customer may require more linen, carts, route capacity, and working cash before it produces a single collected dollar. If you add volume beyond the plant's tightest step, you may need another shift or another piece of equipment. The revenue starts gradually. The investment does not, and every contract eventually comes up for renewal. A competitor can offer a lower price. The hotel can ask for more frequent delivery, stricter replacement terms, or a different linen standard. Keeping the customer at any price protects revenue while weakening profit. Walking away protects the plant from bad work, but leaves equipment and employees with fewer pounds to process. So when that clean linen truck pulls away from the hotel, the full load still does not prove the company made money. The quoted price had to survive the plant, the route, the payment delay, the damaged linen, and the occasional day when everything went wrong at once. The washing makes the product clean. Repeated use of the equipment, the route, and sometimes the same linen is what creates the revenue. Profit appears only when the company can keep that cycle moving for less cash than it collects, then do it again before the customer runs out of sheets.